So I want to talk about a feature of the Microsoft Entra ID. Remember, Azure Active Directory's name was changed from Active Directory to Microsoft Entra ID. So there is a cool feature of the Microsoft Entra ID I want to talk about, which is access reviews. So I'm going to show you why it's important and why organizations use it. So like you have here, we use access reviews to help organizations to efficiently manage their group memberships, right? They can use it to efficiently manage access to enterprise applications, all right? Enterprise apps, all right? Of course, you can also use it to manage roles, all right? So is recommended that we review access as regularly as possible to make sure that only the right people have continued access, right? Only the right people must have access. So if you are the owner of an application, you want to review who has access as periodically as possible. If you are managing a group, you want to review who has access as regularly as possible. All right. So why? Why do we need to review access? Why do we need to set up access reviews? So as new employees join the organization, all right, we want to be sure that they have the right access. Employees should have the right access to help their productivity. Another reason why we should have access reviews is because as people move teams, as they leave the company, we want to make sure that old access is removed. All right. So if you have if you have somebody on the production team or on the marketing team who now is on the workday teams, on the HR team, you want to make sure that it doesn't have access to your marketing team anymore, to your applications, to your services in the marketing environment. You want to drop all the access they have, right? And if you don't manage access, this can lead to company compromises. It can lead to excessive access rights, can lead to company compromises. All right. So we don't want this to happen. We want to avert this, right? For auditing purposes. Purpose. All right. This is another reason why we need to set up access reviews. And of course, if you want to be proactive in engaging with resource owners, right? You want to ensure that they regularly review who has access. So there are resources, like I mentioned the other time. If you're an owner on a resource, if you're an owner on a service, this is something you want to be doing periodically. So when do we need it? Let's talk about when. When do we need access reviews? So when we have too many users in privileged roles, we have too many users in privileged roles, you need to implement access reviews. You want to have an idea of how many users have administrative access on a resource, in a tenant, right? How many global administrators do you have? Who needs it exactly, right? So another reason why when we would need access reviews is a situation whereby we can implement automation. All right. Maybe you want to create rules for dynamic membership on security groups or on Microsoft 365 groups. And the HR data is not in Microsoft Entra ID. Or maybe if the users still need access after leaving the group to train their replacements, then we can create a review on that group to ensure that those who still need access has continued access. All right. When automation is not possible. Another reason is for when we're going to use access reviews, maybe when we have a group that is used for a new purpose, the proposed group. All right. When we have a repurposed group, when we want to implement access to business critical data. So these are some instances where we will need to implement access reviews. All right. So you create access reviews in the Microsoft Entra Active Entra ID. Yeah. So don't mix it. There's no Active Directory anymore. It's just a name change. Everything still remains the same. Okay. And of course, for this to be possible, you need a license. So we need a governance subscription, a Microsoft Entra ID governance subscription. All right. You need premium, a premium P2 Active Directory, tenant subscription. All right. Yeah. So you remember P2 license provides the functionality of the privileged identity management, right? So this is one of the benefits of the P2 license. So if you have this license, you can create access reviews. All right, so it's very short. Just broke down access reviews in a few moments. We use it to manage group memberships, review roles, review access to apps. Yeah, I never forget this. And it's important to have a policy on how often you review access to your workloads, to your business critical data. Or maybe there's a user that is leaving the team and needs to join another team. But of course, it still needs to train a new user that is being onboarded. Yeah, you might manually set this up. When we can automate assignment of roles. We can use access reviews to check who has access to what. Owners of apps, of systems should always have a periodic check on who has access to their workloads, right? So we don't want to have an issue of data compromise, workload compromise. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for listening in. Watch out for more videos like this. Have a great day.